Well, our story begins with my grandfather who came over on the boat in 1895. And if you can imagine, he was 14 years old. You know, his father had passed away and his mother was impoverished, and so she did what people did at that time, put him on a boat and sent him to the New World and to live with family that had come ahead. And of all the places in the world, he ended up in the sandhills of Nebraska.
My great-grandpa Julius and his brother Max came over from Germany in the 1890s, and they were penniless immigrants. And they were working for a general store, but on the side they started trading cattle and horses. And they were pretty good traders apparently, because they saved up enough money from that to buy their first farm right outside of Albion in 1904.
They saw the potential here when everybody else just saw it as the Great American Desert.
They grew the farm and became some of the region's first cattle feeders.
Then my dad came home after World War II and converted it into the kind of the operation we see today, with the registered Angus cows and the Charlotte Angus cows. He was the builder, really. He was a great leader, just a fabulous person and to model yourself after.
I have a lot of fond memories of coming to the ranch here with my dad and grandpa and looking at cattle and studying the pedigrees and going to the bull sale every year and seeing customers.
My dad always was a numbers guy, and he understood performance. And there was a time in the industry when they picked dwarf cattle and all kinds of things. But since he fed cattle, he could see that really wasn't the way. Performance meant everything to him, and when people were selecting cattle just on visual, he was looking for numbers.
Total Performance is our brand. She's got a calf by herself. Calf's got to wean heavy. It's got to be heavy at yearling weight. It's got to hang a good carcass. Heifer's got to get bred, and she's got to stay bred and stay around for a long, long time. That's why we love 10, 12-year-old cows down in the hills. Those are the ones we keep. Those are the ones we make daughters out of. That's our priority.
Our registered cows, they've got to live like a commercial cow, right? Because we're our own customer. And so we have to know they're going to work in every phase of production.
One of the special things about our operation is that we operate from start to finish in the cattle industry. And so we have a long history in the seed stock industry as being leaders in genetics, and then we use those same genetics on our commercial cow-calf herd. Those animals then go into the feedlot that we don't keep back as replacements, and we feed those out to finish.
Looking at the future in the cattle business, one of the things we just added was a feed efficiency system, because at $6 and $8 corn, a little bit goes a long way. So if we can make some decisions and inform the data, we'll do that. I think genomics continues. We're in the adolescence of genomics, and we're going to keep feeding that.
And so we see it all, and we emphasize it all. The balance of traits is so difficult to attain. You never get there. You're always working on it. But I do think that people can come here and buy with confidence that they're going to get cows that are functional.
That's the great part about here, and where we can market genetics across the country and around the world, because they'll work here in this environment with no help. They can work anywhere you want to take them.
We were one of the first adopters of rotational grazing, and that has really, it's not only increased our capacity significantly, but more importantly, it has the soil and the land in better shape than it was before.
We don't need more land. We need to do a better job with the land we have, and that's been a goal. We have a great team at Wagonhammer. They're cow guys from their hats down to the boots, so to speak. You really can't get people to work in an environment like this, and the amount of time it takes away from family and so forth, unless they're passionate. And but they're also very skilled.
It's a really exciting time to be in the beef industry. People around the world are improving their diets, and also at the same time they want to know a lot more about where their food comes from. And so what better place for food to come from than right here?
We love this place. It's a special place. I always say the sandhills are God's gift to a cow. Well, I think if my grandfather and my dad were here today, they'd be, first of all, very excited to know that another generation's carrying it on, and that pride of ownership will continue.